The next question says 4 particles each of mass m are placed at the corners of a square of side length L. The radius of gyration of the system about an axis perpendicular to the square and passing through center is. Now what they are trying to say is, this is the square of side length L where there are 4 particles placed at the corners of the square, each of mass m, and the axis of rotation is passing through the center perpendicular to the plane of the square, which means all the masses are at some distance from the axis. Definitely we can say if these two sides are L, the distance between the two diagonally opposite masses is going to be root 2L, and for the center it will be half of that. So if I consider this as x, for me x is going to be L by root 2, which actually came from the half of root 2L. So if x is L by root 2, we can say the moment of inertia total is going to be I1, I2, I3, I4 का summation, and so I can call it as I into 4 because all the masses are same and all the distances are same. So it is going to be mx square into 4, which is m into L square by 2 into 4. So this will be I as 2ml square. Now the general formula for moment of inertia, as we know, is mk square, where m is the mass of the system and k is the radius of gyration of the system. Now m, which over here for the system is the total mass of the system, which is nothing but 4m. So m will be 4m and k square as it is. So now we can equate this to moment of inertia because this is the general formula and this is the specific formula for this particular diagram. So if we equate that, we get 4mk square as 2m L square. So we get cancelled with this, and finally we get k as L by root 2. And by coincidence you can say L by root 2 is nothing but the x which we got. So in fact this becomes a shortcut for you, that whenever you have a symmetrical diagram where all the point masses given are at the equal distances from the axis of rotation, then we can say that the distance of that point mass from the axis of rotation itself is nothing but the radius of gyration. I repeat, for shortcut, if all the point masses are at equidistant from the axis of rotation, then the distance at which the point masses are placed from the axis of rotation itself becomes the radius of gyration.